afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Adelaide, South Australia, where it's nice and warm outside. Here it's 20 to 9 in the morning here on Saturday morning. Nice and warm outside. We're going to have a nice, beautiful, sunny day here in Australia. But most of you are all in the United States. So anyway, okay, so I got another great show for you today. We're going to be doing some reversals this morning for the first hour. And then in the second hour, I've got my guest, reverse speech student James Slavinet. So, and he's got some great reversals for us. So we'll introduce you to James, one of the many budding reverse speech students out there. And if you want to call in during the any time during the show, the call-in number is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. All right, I want to start off with the reversal I found on a client's tape yesterday, but I want to preface it by a reversal I found on another client's tape many years ago. Actually back in 2001 to be exact, and it's what we call a premonition. It's where the unconscious can tap into events of the future. We've played several of these on the show over the years, but here's a premonition from an Australian client, and this reversal was found in July of 2001. Okay, it helps if I've got the mixer turned on. All right, we'll try it now.
That I said that, I will be an opener of souls, and made the most incredible feeling of my heart chakra just bursting wide open.
And this reversal says, soon plan evil on America.
Soon plan evil on America.
Soon plan evil on America. Soon plan evil on America.
Okay, all right. So that event there was a prelude to 911, and that was the unconscious tapping into a future event, in this case 911. Well, I found another reversal on a client just yesterday that talks about America. So, well, let's run this one forward. This is an English client.
He was very much a control freak in that sense, and she felt very powerless and also very suppressed, like I did.
Right.
So that's pretty much what I thought she would say. Then I spoke to my brother next.
This one says, Southern USA.
Southern USA.
Southern USA. Southern USA.
So, I don't know, Southern USA doesn't tell us a great deal, does it? Except what, a sudden event? Could it be a tragedy? Something sudden? Terrorist attack? A natural disaster? I'll play the reverse again. Southern USA.
Southern USA.
Southern USA. Southern USA.
So there we go. Make of that what you will. It's an interesting little reversal, and I thought I'd play it on my show, so at least we've got it out there in the public in case anything happens. We've got that to fall back to on a reference point. All right, now I found another reversal on a client tape that was a very it's what we call a lead reversal. It occurs in conversation before the topic is discussed forwards. So the reversal occurs, and then the subject of the verse is discussed in forward speech. We call this a lead reversal. For those of you who've been following my show since its inception, I spent many shows ago talking about the categories of reverse speech. Reverse speech appear in many categories. We actually have 10 different relationships, complementary relationships now. There are congruent reversals. There are incongruent reversals. There are expansive reversals, future tense, premonitions, internal dialogue, internal command. 10 of them altogether. Teach all of this in training class. Incidentally, by the way, the next training class starts April the 1st, 4 weeks from now. If you want to get involved in reverse speech, now's the time. So get in. All right, so let's run this forwards.
She mentioned we should chat about it together.
All right, tell me about it.
Yeah, so no, when I was growing up, my dad would punish me by putting me in my bedroom and...
Okay, so this reversal says, I like it, old hash. No, this old hash. I like it, this old hash.
It's hash.
And for those who aren't familiar, hash is a derivative of marijuana or cannabis. Here he's talking, okay, interesting, he says the word old hash. And here, a little while later, he talks about how he's given up smoking cannabis.
I've stopped smoking cannabis, which is a huge thing for me. It was a crutch. It helped me get through things.
Okay, so I like it. This old hash. It's an old habit in his life. It's no longer current. So it's what we call a lead reversal. Occurs in conversation before. Let's run it forwards again.
She mentioned we should chat about it together.
All right, tell me about it.
Yeah, so no, when I was growing up, my dad would punish me by putting me in my bedroom and...
So here's a reversal. I like it, this old hash.
It's hash.
And here's the next section forwards.
I've stopped smoking cannabis, which is a huge thing for me. It was a crutch. It helped me get through things.
Okay, so that's what we call a lead reversal. Occurs in conversation before. Now, I found another reversal on the client that graphically illustrates a trend, a trend I see in working with many clients. And that is that our dysfunctional behavioural patterns are often have some sort of benefit. They are benefiting us in some way. And here we have a man talking about his behavioural patterns. So here's the forwards.
I don't know. You're not talking about what's different about the cough itself.
Well, okay. So this client has a severe cough. And we're working in session work to reduce the cough. And the reversal is forced the fuck, excuse my language, I benefit. Here we go.
Force the fuck that I have benefit?
Yes.
Force the fuck that I have benefit?
And again.
Force the fuck that I have benefit?
Okay, so that is telling us that he is benefiting in some way from this cough that he has. And he has forced it. He has pushed it. He has encouraged it. So there we go. It is forming some benefit to him on an unconscious level. I see this with behavioral patterns clients run all the time. There is always some unconscious payoff for whatever they do. All right, here we have another reversal I found on a client. Let's run this forwards. It'll come up with some good answers for. Oh, this is me. Sorry. It'll come up with some good answers for us. It always does.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's the most amazing stuff.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, thank you. Oh, I don't know whether it's on me or my client. The reversal says a service to give help.
A service to give help. A service to give help.
Yeah.
A service to give help.
I think it's on my client. Let's run the.
I think it's the most.
Yes, on my client, a service to give help, describing reverse speech.
A service to give help. A service to give help.
A service to give help.
But what I was going to find was see if I can put my hand on another reversal that shows an unconscious attraction for a negative pattern. Okay, here's one here. This is just one I'm pulling out at random. Let's run this forwards.
Because that's the way I fluctuate around. This
Right.
morning I was 1910. That And I can go down to about 19.7, at which point it starts to go back up again, which is what is so frustrating.
Okay, so this lady's talking about weight, and she says, made the muck up. We want it.
Made the muck up. We want it.
Yes.
Made the muck up. We want it. Made the muck up. We want it.
So there we have another reversal. She's talking about her weight as muck. It's something that she has made, and it's something that she wants. Okay? So, here's another one, a woman talking about an abusive relationship.
And I was just really surprised where that came from, and that I even allowed him to even get back into my head like that. I was shocked.
And this reversal says, make him abuse me.
Make him abuse me. Make him abuse me.
So there is another one. Make him abuse me. It's an unconscious attraction and a desire for the pattern. I just see this over and over again. Here's another one. Listen to this one. Client with money problems.
So here again, another core belief. I can't do chemistry.
And this one says, make her feel broke.
Nice to feel broke.
So another desire for the negative pattern to be there. I see this so many times in my work. I'm working with about 20 clients right now, and I would say most of them, in some way, shape, or form, want the unconscious pattern. And so the unconscious goes about creating it and bringing it to them. Here's another one. Listen, we'll run this one.
Fear of doing it on my own, although there's another part of me that likes to do it on my own.
And this one says, I am wanting new grief.
Oh, I am wanting new grief. Oh, I am wanting new grief.
Oh, I am wanting new grief.
So another one where we've got make him abuse me, make her feel broke, I am wanting new grief, I force the blank, I benefit. And so it really is constantly throughout the reversals of clients. And so in order to deal with the problem, we have to deal with the unconscious attraction and desire for the problem to be there. That's why many therapies don't work, because they don't deal with the core issue, which is an unconscious desire for the pattern to be there, and you've got to deal with that before any change work is going to work. Here's another one. Listen to this one.
You know, I mean, the money thing obviously
sure
bugs the crap out of me, but you know, other than that, I'd place it, you know, up high.
And this one says, wanting the self-doubt.
Wanting the self-doubt.
Wanting the self-doubt. Wanting the self-doubt.
So that's another one. And listen to this one.
Well, I never knew what was wrong with me for a start, exactly, but I knew there was a sense of confusion and not a proper sense of self.
And this one says, this mess is worthy.
It's necessary.
It's necessary. It's necessary.
So it's a constant theme that appears in clients' reversals, a unconscious desire or attraction for the issue. Okay, here's another one. Look at this one.
I don't get it. You know, am I turning people off? Is there something that I'm doing subconsciously that's deterring people? I don't know.
And this one says, it must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul. It must hurt the soul. It must hurt the soul.
So she's saying forwards, is there an unconscious attraction and an unconscious desire? Here, listen to the forwards again.
I don't get it. You know, am I turning people off? Is there something that I'm doing subconsciously that's deterring people? I don't know.
And it must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul. It must hurt the soul. It must hurt the soul.
So there's another one where there is an unconscious attraction. okay? And it must happen. It must hurt the soul, okay? Let me see if I can find any other ones at the top of my head. No, they're the only ones. Oh, here's a rather nasty one on a client.
I stopped seeing my mom. She did get it. I just put her in God's hands, and He did deliver her from alcoholism.
And this one says, Satan was my God.
Digging is nigh, God. Digging is nigh, God.
Yeah, so a lot of issues that I work with in clients. First of all, we've got to deal with the unconscious attraction or the unconscious desire for the negative pattern. That unconscious desire and attraction can come early childhood, can go back to the womb. My session work with reverse speech shows me that what happens in the early years of our childhood forms a foundation stone for the rest of our life. You may have grown up among dysfunctional parents, and so you have learned unconsciously that dysfunction is how life is. And so you go out and create that same dysfunction in your life. The unconscious has so many unique and intricate ways in which it picks up issues and behavioral patterns and manifests them in the world in which we live. Just an amazing thing. It's probably I've really made two discoveries with reverse speech, well, several discoveries. The first discovery I made was, of course, that language is bilevel, forwards as well as backwards. As the human brain is constructing the sounds of speech, it's putting those sounds together in such a way that we're delivering two messages, one forwards and one backwards. Okay, so that's the first discovery. But the second discovery I've made is how the unconscious mind thinks and orchestrates human behavior. And it orchestrates it through a complex series of metaphors and archetypes and what I call unconscious rules or laws. And these are behavioral imperatives that have been handed down throughout our life. I must be depressed. I must be successful. I must be happy. I must be sad. Any of those can be valid instructions that the unconscious is delivering. And so it's very important how we live our life, because how we live our life and the things that we do and say and think will directly affect us. And what we create in the life in 1 week will come back and revisit us in another week or another month or even another year or decade. These patterns are like and constructs are laid down like bricks in the building that's being built, and our psyche is slowly created and evolved through successive interactions with our peers and our society, the life experiences that come our way, the lessons we learnt from our parents. All of these experiences, the way they interact, create and make us who we are. And a very large proportion of our psyche wants to be in defeat. It wants to be not at our best. We have learnt these lessons through life to hold back, to be cautious, to don't rock the boat. And so they cause us to live a life of defeat, and a life of bringing and creating and attracting to us experiences that will continue this unconscious belief that we have already built. So how do we unravel the unconscious? And how do we get rid of all these unconscious patterns? Well, I don't know any other method to do it other than through reverse speech session work. See, I don't know of any other technology that gets down to the depth of the unconscious mind that reverse speech does. And my whole approach is once we've found the language of the unconscious, which is the metaphors the unconscious is creating, and then we can go about changing it and shifting it. And that's exactly what reverse speech session work does. It, first of all, identifies the unconscious pattern, then the belief systems, And then through a series of what we call meta walks or guided hypnosis journeys, it goes around changing the unconscious. Incidentally, we've just brought out a very successful new program of meta walks, 12 meta walks altogether. Go to www.metawalks, that's metawalks.com, www.metawalks.com. And there's a program there of 12 meta walks. Costs $47 to buy the program, which is a very cheap price. And we're getting some amazing results, some great feedback coming back from the people who participate in the program. So go to metawalks.com and get your own personal metawalks. Or not personal metawalks, sorry, generic metawalks. They don't work as, they're not like session work, but you can get some benefit from it and start to work with the unconscious mind, at least in a small way. And anyway, so that's www.metawalks.com, new website we've put up. Also, too, I re-released my very first book I wrote on reverse speech, co-authored with Greg Albrecht, called Beyond Backward Masking. Go and get a copy of that book. Go to beyondbackwardmasking.com and get a copy of the very first book ever written about reverse speech and presenting the very first theory of reverse speech and speech complementarity. Okay, we're going to go to our break, folks. Don't touch that keyboard. I'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. Okay, we are back. That call-in number, once again, if you want to call in to speak to me on the show, is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Okay, now I am going to go back into my archives again for the remaining half an hour of my first segment before we bring on my guest, reverse speech student James Slabanek, who's showing great promise. I'm sure you'll agree when you hear his reversals that he has found. But what we're going to do is go back to my archives, and we've been doing this for the last few shows, and we're currently on the year 2010. And we finished off with some reversals on the Ramsays. And now we're going to look at former Defence Secretary Robert Gates. Okay, so here we go. Let's run this one forwards.
First, over the last decade, this department has seen a dramatic increase in the use of service support and advisory contractors of all kinds.
This reversal says, and that office subverts the sea.
And it subverts the sea.
Huh.
Well,
I wonder how the Defence Department can subverse the sea. I don't know. All right, here we go. The next one.
To cover the shortcomings, the shortfalls in staffing in Afghanistan with some of the savings we find in people who are not in theater.
And this one says, believe that I know.
That I know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, next one along.
Toward this end, starting in June, we embarked on a 4-track approach to move America's defense institutions toward a more efficient, effective, and cost-conscious way of doing business.
And this one says, censored new bills.
Censored new bills.
Yeah, it's all there. Okay, next one along.
I've also authorized each of the military departments to consider consolidation or closure of excess bases and other facilities where appropriate.
And this one says, gonna share the loss.
Gonna share the loss.
Huh.
Gonna share the loss.
Yep. Oh, dear. You know what? I've been going through my archives, getting these shows. We've been going through archives for several shows now. I just realized just how many tens of thousands of reversals I've got dumped on my computer. There's so many of them. Gee whiz. Just reversals coming out of my ear. We could do shows for another year and still not get through it all. All right, here we have the next one on Gates.
Therefore, in order to preclude reductions in military capabilities that America needs today and those required for the future, that spending difference will need to be made up elsewhere in the department.
And this one says, I damn here within.
I damn you within.
Oh, yeah.
I damn you within.
Yeah.
I damn you within.
Yeah, certainly nice and clear. All right, next one along.
As is.
See, that I damn here within is a classic sabotage pattern. Okay, actually, let's look at that one again. Let's run the forwards on this.
Therefore, in order to preclude reductions in military capabilities that America needs today and those required for the future, that spending difference will need to be made up elsewhere in the department.
And, okay, I damn here within.
I damn you within.
I damn you within.
See, that's a sabotage. That is sabotaging the spending of the Defense Department. Interesting. Okay. All right. So here's the next one.
As is, some of these efforts are part of the 3rd track that I was talking about that grew out of the QDR.
And this one is, I see the lessons.
See the lessons.
Oh, yeah.
See the lessons. See the lessons.
Yeah. No problems at all. Okay, all right. So let's have a look at the next one. Here we go.
I concluded that our headquarters and support bureaucracies, military and civilian alike, have swelled to cumbersome and top-heavy proportions, grown over-reliant on contractors, and grown accustomed to operating with little consideration to cost. This manifested itself over the past decade in vast increases in spending and staff.
And this one says, save the dickheads, save little force.
Huh.
Yeah, not totally clear, that one. Yeah, let's try this next one.
This is obviously a politically fraught topic. Currently, Congress has placed legal constraints on DOD's ability to close installations.
And this one says, see greed.
Greed.
Oh, yeah.
Greed.
Okay, here's another one.
I think as we get into these things, do these zero-based reviews with short deadlines, I think we're going to learn some things that then give us future opportunities or targets. Or
this one says, see your sad worries.
See your sad worries.
Oh, yeah.
See your sad worries. See your sad worries.
Yeah, wow. Oh, gee, what's he worried about? Let's listen to the Fords again.
I think as we get into these things, do these zero-based reviews with short deadlines, I think we're going to learn some things that then give us future opportunities or targets. Or
but see your sad worries.
See your sad worries.
See your sad worries. See your sad worries.
So it's talking quite positively forwards, but there's something else going on in reverse. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one.
This is why the point needs to be emphasized again and again. This is not about cutting the defense budget. This is about a reallocation internally.
And here it says, then I shake the lie.
Then I shake the lie.
Then I shake the lie. Then I shake the lie.
Shake the lie. Is he shaking up structures or is he lying himself? I don't know. All right, next one.
This expansion and its associated habits and attitudes was abetted by a near doubling of the defense-based budget since 2001.
And this one says they source the Senate.
They source the Senate.
Huh.
They source the Senate. They source the Senate.
I think he's talking about money, isn't he? What's the Fords again?
This expansion and its associated habits and attitudes was abetted by a near doubling of the defense-based budget since 2001.
I'm talking about doubling the budget. They source the Senate.
They source the Senate.
They source the Senate. They source the Senate.
I see Donald Trump's asking for an additional $54 billion to put into the military. Hey, listen, while we're on the subject of Donald Trump, I'm going to digress just momentarily. I want to play you a reversal I found on Trump when he was giving his address to Congress. Causes me a little bit of concern. As soon as I can find it. Here we go. Here's the Fords.
How are you doing? How is business? They said that it's good. I asked them further, how are you doing with other countries, mainly international sales?
And this reversal says they love Messiah.
Further of Messiah.
Further of Messiah. Further of Messiah.
Is he seeing himself as a Messiah? I don't know. That reversal worries me a little bit. A little bit of a concern. First, I mean, I certainly don't think Donald Trump is the Messiah, but they love Messiah. That is a little bit of a worry. And there's another one I found on Trump recently. This one here. Here we go.
We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth.
And this one says, now love myself, Nero.
Now love myself, Nero.
Now the horse of Nero. Now the horse of Nero.
Okay, Nero was the last emperor of Rome who fiddled while Rome burned. It's actually a very negative metaphor. Now, love myself, Nero, and they love Messiah. Those two reversals are the first signs of egomania I have seen in Trump's reversals. So there we go. We will continue to monitor it. I'm going to be playing more reversals on the Jeff French show tonight on Trump and other political events. So listen in. I'll be on from 9 to 10 this evening with my regular appearance. I do Jeff's show on a fairly regular basis, as you know, and I've actually got over 200 reversals to sort through for the show on Jeff French. So I'm not too sure what I got. There's lots on Trump. I don't know what they say or what the trend is, but we will find out. All right, let's continue on with Robert Gates after throwing you those two little clangers on Donald Trump. So here we have the next one, forwards on Robert Gates.
Therefore, I'm directing an effort to consolidate these assets to take advantage of the department's significant economies of scale, thereby creating savings in acquisition, sustainment, and manpower costs.
And this one says, we feared the loss.
We feared the loss.
We feared the loss. We feared the loss.
Yeah, that's certainly there. Okay, next one along.
Seventh, it's no great secret that since September 11th, the U.S. government has seen the proliferation in new intelligence organizations and operations. This is partly due to the war on terrorism and partly due to massive intelligence requirements associated with fighting two wars.
And this reversal says, we're doubtful they source us.
Doubtful they source us.
Doubtful they source us. Doubtful they source us.
Not too sure what that means. We'd have to know more about what was going on back in there. All right, here we have the next one.
These reductions would represent 50% of the total growth in senior military and civilian positions since 2000.
And this one says, we're lost with the NASA.
Lost with the NASA.
Lost with the NASA. Lost with the NASA.
There's another word that comes up in reverse speech on political figures fairly often is NASA. I don't know what NASA's up to, but and I don't know why it comes up in reversals on political figures so often. But here it is again on former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates. Okay, all right. Here we go with the next one.
Good afternoon. As you know, for the better part of 2 years, the leadership of this department has been working on reforming the way the Pentagon does business. These efforts have been spurred by a number of realities. First, our country is still fighting two wars, confronts ongoing terrorist threats around the globe, and faces other major powers investing heavily in their military.
And this reversal says, you blank our turf, see the lie, you vermin.
See the lie, you vermin.
Oh, yes, all there. I'll do it again. You blank our turf, see the lie, you vermin.
See the lie, you vermin.
See the lie, you vermin. See the lie, you vermin.
That's a pretty cool reversal, isn't it? Let's hear that amongst the gibberish. I'm going to run the whole lot backwards. Yeah, it's certainly all there, isn't it? Wow, okay, all right. And then we've got one last one on Robert Gates. Here we go.
Accordingly, I've directed a zero-based review of the department's intelligence missions, organizations, relationships, and contracts to be completed by November 1st.
This one says, your sad worries.
Your sad worries.
Your sad worries. Your sad worries.
That's twice he's used the word sad worries. Must have been a pretty stressful job. It certainly would be being head of the Defense Department, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, here we got some reversals on Rick Santorum. Okay, all right, let's see what he's got to say for himself.
And I know the number one issue in this country, without question, is the economy. It is. It's the most important thing. And we've seen a lot of discussion in the past debates about the economy.
And here he says, but I want issue.
But I want issue.
But I want issue. But I want issue.
All right, he's looking for an issue to talk about. He's wanting something to be his, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, to be his platform. I want an issue. I'm looking for something that I can stand on as my platform. Okay, so here's the next one.
I've had a wonderful opportunity to get around and, as I mentioned, do almost 350 town hall meetings.
This one says, I'm worried.
I'm worried.
Huh.
I'm worried.
All right, next one along.
We'll have that done by the end of this week, and really been just feeling very blessed.
And here he says, make you see the need of mud. Now, see, this is this thing I was talking about in the first half hour of the show, about a need for dysfunctional patterns and a desire to create it. Mud is to be stuck, to not move forward. And the verse says, make you see the need of mud. So he has a need or a desire to be stuck and not move forwards. Listen to this. Make you see the need of mud.
Make you see the need of mud.
Yes, absolutely.
Make you see the need of mud.
See, there it is.
Make you see the need of mud.
That's an unconscious desire and an attraction to a negative pattern. I see it in my sex work over and over and over again. It's why normal therapies do not work. Because until you can see that unconscious pattern and shift it, you're not going to get any shifts at all. Okay, here we have a next one.
Of course, we're going to have some sort of tax collection agency. I love these folks out there and promise things that can't do.
And here it says, see more lies again.
See more lies again.
Oh, yeah.
See more lies again. See more lies again.
Wow, all right. All right, next one along.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
Wow, this reversal says she-wolf killed off.
She-wolf killed off.
Wow.
She-wolf killed off.
Oh, my God.
She-wolf killed off.
For those of you who've been around reverse speech for a number of years, you'll know the significance of the metaphor she-wolf, the most powerful metaphor of all. The she-wolf builds kingdoms and empires. She was the founder of the mother of the Roman Empire, suckled Romulus and Remus. He went on and founded Rome. It's also a metaphor for creation and manifestation, our thoughts and desires manifesting into the physical world. But she-wolf killed off as a pledge allegiance to the flag means that America's power has been severed. And let's run this again.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
And she-wolf killed off.
She-wolf killed off.
Wow.
She-wolf killed off. She-wolf killed off.
Well, that's a pretty damning reversal, that one. Okay, here we have a next one.
I mean, it was a collaborative process like every bill does. But I would make the argument there was as much of me in that bill as any other single member of the Senate or House.
Their name is dumb.
And they themselves.
Yes.
And they themselves. And they themselves.
Yeah, that one's certainly there. Next one along.
Pray for your opponent. The good things can happen for both of us. So.
And then offer your filth.
And then offer your filth.
Huh.
And then offer your filth. And then offer your filth.
Okay. Next one.
About 350 town hall meetings just like this, where it's not just a speech, but we talk for a few minutes and then open up for questions and let the people of Iowa, tell me what they're thinking.
And this reversal says, then this enemy forgot you wanted.
And this enemy forgot you wanted.
And this enemy forgot you wanted. And this enemy forgot you wanted.
Does he want the fights of the enemy? That would seem to be what he's saying. Here, let's listen to the thoughts again, see if we can work it out.
About 350 town hall meetings just like this, where it's not just a speech, but, we talk for a few minutes and then open up for questions and let the people of Iowa, tell me what they're thinking.
Then this enemy forgot you wanted.
And this enemy forgot you wanted.
And this enemy forgot you wanted. And this enemy forgot you wanted.
Yes, certainly all there. No doubt about that. All right, next one.
We start our meeting and say the pledge, and then we can go on with our town meeting. If everybody minds, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
And you say, they're near my God.
Near my God.
Near my God. Near my God.
Okay, well, he sees God and America as being one and the same, really. All right, next one along.
I was talking about it. He was, asking whether I was serious about running, and I said, yeah. I said, I'm talking about, I probably wouldn't have the resources of everybody else. And he said, Rick, don't worry. He said, you can't buy Iowa.
And this one says, they've seen a sly.
They've seen a sly.
Huh.
They've seen a sly. They've seen a sly.
He's being sly and devious, and he has recognized that other people see it. Okay. All right, next one along.
If we start our meeting and say the pledge, and then we can go on with our town meeting. If everybody minds, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
And you will doubt this.
You will doubt this.
You will doubt this. You will doubt this.
Wow. Okay, doubting the Pledge of Allegiance. And, okay, so next one along.
And I know you take that responsibility seriously. And here's what I would say to you, that please take that responsibility seriously and don't defer your judgment to others.
And this one says, you're serious.
Feel serious.
Feel serious. Feel serious.
Yeah, all right, okay. All right, here we got someone, Rick Perry, former governor of Texas. He's nominated to Trump's cabinet. I can't think which position he's with now. No, completely slipped my mind. All right, so these are reversals from 2010. Must be from his presidential run, I would suspect. That's where this is from. So let's us look at some reversals, and we're going to start off with this one here.
And a president that doesn't make any excuses about what America is doing from the standpoint of creating the land of opportunity again, and the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And this one says, youth with a nail in it.
Year for the nail in it.
Huh.
Year for the nail in it. Year for the nail in it.
Well, a bit of a negative reversal. Is he worried about the youth of America being destructive? I don't know. And we have another one.
I readily admit I'm not the best debater in the world. Well, as many debates as we've got coming up, I may end up being a pretty good debater before it's all said and done.
And this one says, argues are stabbed within.
Argues are stabbed within.
Huh.
Argues are stabbed within. Argues are stabbed within.
I guess he doesn't like being debated, does he? Okay, next one.
They're going to look at the plans. They're going to look at the candidates. They're going to look at their records, and they're going to go, you know what? Rick Perry is who needs to be leading this country to get us out of this mess that Washington, D.C. has got us in.
And this one says, D.C., let me show it.
D.C., let me show it.
Huh.
D.C., let me show it. D.C., let me show it.
Yeah, he wants to show Washington, D.C. the mess within. Okay, all right, next one along.
What do you think of Mitt Romney?
I don't really know Mitt Romney well enough to be making a statement. You know, we served together as governors.
And this one says, I know we know him.
Hello in my room. Hello in my room. Hello in my room.
Yep, all right. Oh, here's the reversal on the interviewer.
Whether it's the oil and gas side.
Then why did you ask him to give the money?
Well, let me just tell you,
This one says, and I'm a bigot.
Yeah, I'm a bigot.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a bigot. Yeah, I'm a bigot.
Must be one of the fake news, I'd say, and I'm a bigot. All right, next one on Rick Perry from his 2012 presidential run.
That's correct. I think the federal government needs to be completely out of the subsidization or the tax.
And the reversal is they share this fuss.
Share this fuss.
Share this fuss. Share this fuss.
Okay, don't touch that keyboard first. We'll be back right after this with my guest, James Slabanek. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.
The weekly David John Oates Reverse Speech Show. And in this hour, I bring to you my regular guests, which can be anyone from reverse speech practitioners to, we've had a few remote viewers on and EVP people, and I try to get some interesting guests for the second hour. Anyway, in this hour, I'm going to bring to you reverse speech student James Slabanek. I think I pronounced it correct. James, is that correct? Or Jim, I guess.
Jim or James, that's fine. Slavonic is the way we pronounce it. Yeah, Slabanek. I answer to that, though.
Yeah, okay, Slabanek. Right, I'll write that down so I remember. Anyway, James, I was marking homework, as I always do every week, and James's reversals came along, and he had someone, Sean Spicer, the White House press secretary, and they were really good reversals. I thought, this is interesting. Good, piqued my interest, so I figured, let's get him on the show. So now you're in just finishing off the investigator part of the course, right?
Right. I just have to write and submit my essay.
Ah, right. Okay, right. And how'd you get involved with reverse speech? I mean, how'd you hear about it? Why did you decide to take training?
Well, David, about 20 years ago, I was probably driving to work, and I heard you being interviewed on the local radio station.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a basic, you were playing the Neil Armstrong reversals and discussing the Simone in the desert and reversals from Desert Storm. And piqued my interest, of course. And I followed you on the Internet for several years. And then I just sort of drifted away. A good friend of mine got married, and I asked him for the audio of his wedding, and he refused to share it with me.
Oh,
he didn't want to.
Really?
Oh. He didn't want to know what the reversals were when he did his vows. But I drifted away, and then, but every once in a while, I'd Google reverse speech or your name and see what you were up to. But a couple years ago, I went on your site and I signed up for the emails so that I'd get all your announcements and the YouTube videos and or audios, and then I started listening to you on Jeff Rent's program as well as this show, and so went through the archives, and you had the interview with Kathleen Hawkins, I believe, who wrote a novel on reverse speech called The Insiders, and it was very good and very entertaining, and it teaches you all about reverse speech in the process.
Great novel, yeah.
Yes, and then I ran across, is it Schmood, who
Joshua Schmoody, yes.
Joshua, yes, Schmoody, and his was practical uses of reverse speech, particularly with predicting, in that particular case, horse races. And so that piqued my interest also. And then I was seeing the announcements for the classes and everything, and so I finally signed up, and class started mid or end of November last year.
Yep.
So, also a year or so ago, I purchased the reverse speech application.
Oh, okay, right.
And, it makes it so easy to discover the reversals as well as to document them and create the individual files, which you play on every show you do and will be doing tonight. So it's made it so much easier than 20 years ago. So that's how I get up here.
All right. Yeah, well, technology has come a long way since then. So. Yeah.
Oh, and also one of your other books, I think you and with Jeff Rentz, I think A New Theory of Language or something.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes. I mean, that really explained a lot of the possibilities to me, particularly with the reverse speech therapy, the meta walks, and stuff like that. So I explained it better than I had understood it before. So.
Yeah. I've got another book in the editors right now that'll be out. It's only just started editing process. It's a big book, 150,000 words. It'll take a few months to get that done. Anyway, that's in the works. Anyway, let's have a look at some of your reversals. That's what attracted me. That's what piqued my interest in the first place. Whenever I hear nice, clear, good reversals, I always get interested. So let me get the file up. I saved them all. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, now you got reversals on Tim Kaine, Leonard Cohen. Wow, okay. A lot on Leonard Cohen. Wow.
I went crazy with Leonard.
I can see that. Sean Spicer. Okay, well, let's start with some baby babble, shall we? Let's start.
Sure. I remember when you'd always talk about, you discovered that reverse speech started before forward speech, and you discovered that on your own twin girls.
That's right.
And about the age of 4 months. Now, in this example, the babies are probably about a year old.
Okay.
And it's a YouTube video called talking twin babies. So it's available to anybody who wants to watch it.
Oh, okay.
But it's pure baby babble.
All right. Here's the first one. Backwards. I had this. Oh, yeah. I'll be bothered. Nice and clear. Yeah. Wow. Children's reversals are always so clear, and they have that real innocent tone to them. And here we have another one. And this is Who Ate It? Ha ha. Oh, yeah, nice and clear. I should do another reversal. I should do another show on kids' reversals. They're just absolutely great. And, this next one is not as innocent.
No.
Okay, here we go. And who's an asshole? Oh! Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, dear me.
Mothers and fathers have to be careful what words they say around their children.
They certainly do. Oh, I've got kids saying the F word and S. That's some real doozies. All right, and here we have the last one on the kids. And I don't want them. Oh, yeah, there it is. How does it feel doing these reversals, Jim, and finding them all? It's exciting to find a reversal, isn't it?
It's exciting. I was surprised. This was 4 minutes of tape, and it was about one every 4 minutes, and or every minute, I mean.
Right.
So that was pretty good for little kids, I think. And
that's very good for kids. Yeah.
But it's exciting, and I did a tape interview with a client, well, for class, and I had in the second part of the there were like 20 reversals in about a 2.5 minute segment.
Oh my!
And just unbelievable.
Wow.
And when I played him back to him, he was able to hear him. So it's nice to get that confirmation.
Oh yeah, if they can hear him, that's what we need. All right, let's look at Sean Spicer. You've got about 16 reversals of Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer, for those who don't know, is the new White House press secretary under Donald Trump. He's a bit of an aggressive, in-your-face type character. So let's go with the first one here.
Good evening.
And states it all with new leader.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This was
what?
This was from his first press conference the day after the inauguration.
Oh, so new leader. Yeah.
Appropriate.
Very appropriate. Yep. All right. Then we've got Sean Spicer 2 about the Liberals.
I think I'd like to discuss a little bit of the coverage of the past 24 hours.
Do you want to introduce this one, Jim?
Mostly he's talking about the coverage at the inauguration. Somebody was very upset about it, and he came out with a 10-minute rant at the press with no questions. He just talked. Some of it was he was reading because he was reading a lot of numbers and stuff like that too. So I think this second reversal is probably telling them what he really thinks in reverse, which I think corresponds to what he was saying in the forward.
The Liberals sucks it. Here we go.
The Liberals sucks it.
Oh, yeah.
The Liberals sucks it.
I'll be bothered.
The Liberals sucks it.
Apologies to all the Liberals listening to the show. I won't tell you what I think of Liberals. Just play me backwards, then you'll find out. Okay. So, next one on Sean Spicer.
And as the president said, the transition and the balance of power from Washington to the citizens of the United States.
And the best in himself was in it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's the best of
Trump.
Trump. Oh, yeah, the best in itself was in it. Okay.
The best in itself was in it.
Oh, yeah.
The best in itself was in it.
Good reversal.
The best in itself was in it.
Yeah, good reversal. Okay. All right, well, he obviously has admiration for Trump with a reversal like that, which is as he should, being the press secretary.
Yep.
Yeah. And the next one along.
And reckless. Secondly, photographs of the inaugural proceedings were intentionally framed in a way.
And he'll lick us.
He'll lick us?
Huh. Yes.
He'll lick us?
What's the context of the forwards again?
The pictures, he's claiming the photographs of the inaugural proceedings were intentionally framed in a way that would misrepresent the crowd. And I haven't been able to determine it. Some claim that photographs were taken of the inauguration perhaps a half hour before, and then it was corrected later or something like that. I think he also mentioned it. I know he mentions it later in the video, but I'm not sure that I have anything on that specifically.
Okay.
And of course the reversal on this lick is can mean, it's a metaphor meaning touch, kiss, or connect.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
meaning Trump is
will
connecting with the people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So next one along. Well, this is a long one. Okay.
No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out.
Good levels too, by the way, Jim. Your levels are perfect. Any students listening, note these levels. You've got to get your levels right. All right. Reversal says they're very strong. Which hand is looking?
They're very strong. Which hand is looking?
Oh, yeah, it's clear.
They're very strong. Which hand is looking?
Huh.
They're very strong. Which hand is looking?
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. I wonder what that means.
That I'm not so sure about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it says depends how you're looking at it. I don't know.
Yeah, let's listen to the forwards again.
No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out.
They're very strong. Which hand is looking?
They're very strong. Which hand is looking?
I guess talking about the national parks. I don't know. Strange reversal. All right. Okay. Okay. So then next one along. Here we go.
We do know a few things, so let's go through the facts. We know that from the platform where the president was sworn in to 4th Street holds about 250,000 people.
And this one is, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Ooh.
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Ooh, not sure about
Yeah,
losing.
3-4, I'm losing you.
Ooh, I'm not sure on losing. Hang on. let's
Losing?
listen again.
Losing or losing?
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Huh?
I heard losing, but
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Ooh, that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
3-4, I'm losing you.
Not happy with losing.
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
I'm sorry.
Using?
That's my speaker. That's my teacher talking.
well, and I appreciate the feedback because I think I concluded losing, but using.
Yeah, let's listen again.
Yeah, 3-4, I'm losing you.
Oh.
Yeah, 3-4.
Yeah, 3-4 is very clear. I just can't get the rest of it. Anyway, don't worry.
Okay, that happens.
Yep, sure does. Happens to me.
I've gone over them, and a couple of them I sent you on Leonard Cohen. I've changed my mind what they're saying, but
Yeah, well, that's okay. Yeah, I'll play reversals on Jeff Rents, and I've triple checked them before they go to the air. And I'm playing to Jeff, and Jeff says, "Why are you that a bit differently?" And I go, "Not again. I've checked all of these. They're all right." So,
he's got good ears.
yes, he certainly does. All right, so next one along.
So let's go through the facts. We know that from the platform where the president was sworn in to 4th Street holds about 250,000 people.
This is bad grammar, this one. When wheel fell on you.
When fell on you.
Huh.
When fell on you.
That's what it says.
When fell on you.
Unusually get bad grammar in reverse speech. Huh. That's
And I went with well because it didn't sound like will.
Yeah. No, it is well. Hang on, let's do it again.
Yes,
that's what it says.
Well,
that's just really unusual to get bad grammar in reverse.
Really?
Yeah, very unusual. Normally they're all grammatically correct. It's the future tense and the past tense in the same reversal. I wonder what that means. All right. Okay, next one along.
All of this space was full when the president took the oath of office.
Is the law?
Is the law.
Oh, yeah.
Is the law.
Yeah, nice and clear.
Is the law.
Yeah, all right. You've done a good job here, Jim. How long did it take you to find all of these?
I don't know. This was a 5-minute, well, it was a 10-minute, a press conference, a short one. And all the reversals I found were in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
So I was pretty happy with that. I went through the rest of the tape, and there may have been some stuff in there, but nothing I wanted to document.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, here we have the next one.
Which actually compares to 317,000 that used it for President Obama's last inaugural.
Is live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
This live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
Yes, it's all there.
This live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
Wow.
This live.
Oops, the third one's gone. Okay. I'll play it again. Is live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
This live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
Wow, great reversal.
This live needs a messenger, now hear it, foolish.
I'm typically very skeptical over long reversals, but that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I have quite a few. I didn't send them in. I just finished up a press conference from the 21st of February, and I think I have several with 12 words.
Okay. All right, well, you take your life in your hands, me marking those ones. All right, next one. Your wolf will love it. Oops, we better play the forwards.
It's obviously still a work in progress, but I think it's gonna look forward to where he wants to take this country.
Your wolf will love it.
Her wolf will love it.
Oh no, your wolf will loves it, or who loves it?
Her wolf will love it.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Her wolf will love it. Her wolf will love it.
Ooh, that's a tough one, that one. Is that earnest on the end? Is that what you're hearing? Jim? Is that earnest on the end? Hello, Jim?
Oh, okay.
Have I lost you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Was that earnest on the end of the last reversal?
Either I didn't clip it or...
Oh, you didn't clip it.
Or I missed it.
You didn't clip it. Okay.
Her wolf will love it.
Yeah, you must have not clipped it properly. Okay.
Although it sort of sounds like earn it.
Earn it or earnest, something like that.
Earnest, yeah. I'll have to go back and clean it up.
That's right. All right. Next one on Sean Spicer.
And talk about working with Congress and other leaders throughout the country to get things done. But I think...
Oh, classic reversal. And I seen it, faggots.
No, I seen it. I just...
Oh, yes.
I seen it. I just... I seen it. I just...
I guess he's talking to the press, isn't he? Expressing Trump's disdain for the press.
Well, he's talking about working with Congress and other leaders, so it's hard to say who he's really talking about.
Yeah. He seems to have a bit of an attitude, Sean Spicer, that comes out of that reversal. All right, so next one along. Here we go.
The reality is that some people...
sorry, I started halfway through. Okay, now.
But what I'm getting at is I think that there is a lot of blurring of the facts. And the reality is that some people aren't on Obamacare. They're on an employer-based system. They're on Medicaid.
Ooh, see the liar in it.
See the liar, you're in there.
Oh, yeah.
See the liar, you're in there.
Wow.
See the liar, you're in there.
What's he lying about? Ooh.
Would that be referring to himself?
I think so. Yeah. Well, let's forwards again.
But what I'm getting at is I think that there is a lot of blurring of the facts. And the reality is that some people aren't on Obamacare. They're on an employer-based system. They're on Medicaid.
Oh, no, he's saying there's blurring of the facts. So he's trying to correct it. See the lie. Look at these incorrect facts that have been put out there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it when he said it, because the controversy, I mean, the United States spends over $2 trillion on health care a year, and $1 trillion of it is for Medicare, Medicaid, the VA, and perhaps some other what you could consider public health services.
All right, we have to go to top of the hour break, everyone. Don't touch that keyboard. We'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back? Or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. Yes, indeed. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. I'm heading to London, actually America and London, coming up in, I leave the last week of April. I'll be giving a lecture in Ashland on the last May the 27th, I believe is the date. I'll give you more details as the time comes closer. Ashland, Oregon. So if you want to catch up with me in America, I'll be lecturing in Ashland, Oregon. I'm having a big presentation in London on June the 10th. It'll be an all-day affair at the Grand Connaught Rooms in London. Email me at backwards@reversespeech.com for more information on my presentation in London coming up in June. And the way the year's going, it's March already. I can't believe it. Before you know it, I'll be lecturing in June, and then it'll be the new year again. Okay, where are we up to, Jim?
The last one was See the Liar in It, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we've got enough with the muck. Okay, here's another long one. Okay, so here's the forwards.
But there are problems both in the legal and process way in which that guidance was issued. And so it's incumbent upon us to actually follow the law. and to recognize that Title IX never talked about this. It was enacted in 1972.
This one says, enough with the muck, and he's losing it. She's losing it.
Enough with the muck, and he's losing it. She's losing it.
Oh, yeah.
Enough with the muck, and he's losing it. She's losing it.
I'll be bothered.
Enough with the muck, and he's losing it. She's losing it.
Any idea what that means?
Oh, yeah. Title IX was equal facilities in schools in the United States. It was an act of 1972. And recently, under the previous administration, they had issued some rulings saying that Title IX also applied to transgender. And Trump signed an order retracting or reversing the previous administration's order. And it is kind of funny, since it's talking transgender, that he said he's losing it, and then he quickly said she's losing it, because if you say transgender male, is that a male moving to female, or is it a female moving to male? So it sort of indicates a confusion over the transgender issue.
I'm confused over the transgender issue.
So no, but it was interesting when he said he's losing it, she's losing it. I mean,
right? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, that explains the reversal. Yep. Okay. All right. Next one on Sean Spicer. Here we go.
Trying to make sure that we deal with that issue in that area right now, but I'm not going to get ahead of the DOD on this.
Huh, and I knew shit.
And I knew shit.
I'll be bothered.
And I knew shit. And I knew shit.
Gee, did you not have any answers for the question?
Frequently, he, if it's a Department of State or Department of Defense or Justice Department, he just refers them to go to that press secretary.
Oh, I see. All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
He does know something, but he's not going to address it. And it had something to do with the military and troops and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the next one.
What the president was seeking to do, and then have them fulfill a job to carry out that mission. It doesn't seem as though it makes any sense. Yeah.
This one says, I scammed it.
I scammed it.
Oh, yeah.
I scammed it.
Oh, hang on. Is that I scammed?
Now, that issue was the press was asking a question about the White House vetting the appointed positions at the various agencies and departments. And he was explaining that if somebody's supposed to carry out what the president wants, his platform and his goals, they should be on board. And so he's explaining why the White House was also reviewing appointments, which of course they do.
Yeah. I scammed it.
And that I'm not quite sure.
I scammed it.
I think it's I scammed it, though.
I scammed it.
I scammed it. I scammed it.
Well, I don't know. I don't want.
There could be an N on there, but
yeah. Anyway, all right. And the last one on Spicer. Here we go.
Make certain that the second executive order passes constitutional scrutiny.
Well, I think we've done a few things.
Oh, my God. What on earth is this reversal all about? So she just sucks his sack?
So she just sucks his sack?
Oh, my.
That's not Spicer.
Oh.
So she just sucks his sack.
Wow.
That was actually a member of the press asking a question to Spicer.
Yeah, I realized
the reversals under, and it's about the initial executive order that had a temporary ban on refugees, and of course, since it wound up in court, they're preparing a second executive order, and he was asking about that. I went back on the tape to see if there was some. I thought maybe a female reporter, had gotten extra questions, or allowed to ask us extra questions, or perhaps he had picked a female before him. I was trying to figure out why that would come up, but I went back 5 or 10 minutes on the video and didn't see any any interactions that would make him irritated in any way. But that was on the press newsman instead of Spicer.
You could almost see it as a dysfunctional sexual reversal. So she just sucks his sack.
So she just sucks his sack.
So she just sucks his sack.
I don't know. I'll let the listeners.
We'd have to have a follow-up interview. We'd have to have a follow-up interview on that one.
I think so, yeah. All right, now we've got 6 on Tim Kaine, who wanted to be vice president and didn't quite get there. So, here we go.
You know, there wasn't, don't somebody else take the mic, or, no, I'm doing this. And then she did an event later in the day, flew to Illinois. I guess it was Iowa.
And he says, I knew it not.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No, it's not.
All right. Next one on Tim Kaine.
You know, there wasn't, don't somebody else take the mic, or, no, I'm doing this. And then she did an event later in the day, flew to Illinois. I guess it was Iowa.
He don't know what I do.
You know, the lady.
Bit blurry, that one.
This was a press conference the day after Hillary collapsed at the 9/11 memorial last fall.
Right, okay.
In September, and so they were asking him, and he was talking about Hillary and that sort of stuff. I think that he don't know what I do. May have been. I couldn't hear any of the press's questions, so I only had his answers to go by. But he might have been talking in reverse to the reporter.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. All right, next one on Tim Kaine.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about her and my conversations.
He says they don't want that.
They don't want that.
Ooh.
They don't want that.
Not good.
They don't want that.
Sorry, don't like that one.
Okay. That's all right.
All right, next one.
I don't want to talk about her and my conversations, the content of them.
Yes, we'll knock down error.
Yes, or knock down error.
Oh, that's clear.
Yes, or knock down error.
Clear as day.
Yes, or knock down error.
Well, he's defending Hillary, isn't he? Saying she's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll knock down error again, if that makes sense. Oh, look at this one. Wow.
We have a very, very good communication, and I just feel an unusual degree of synergy between the two of us.
I know it. She's dying on us.
No, it's just got an initial.
Wow.
No, it's just got an initial.
Huh.
No, it's just got an initial.
I don't know. Well, she was pretty sick at one stage, wasn't she?
Well, she collapsed the day before, and but I've had the word dying come up in reverse, referring to an instance where in the forwards the person was saying he was terminated from his job, and in reverse it said our associate died or something like that. So could it just be maybe he knew the election was going bad? I don't know. The campaign.
Yep. All right. All right. Here we have an expletive.
The two of us, even, you know, we've done a couple of interviews where it's been kind of eerie. Like I'll start a thought and she'll complete where I was going, or vice versa. So we have very good communication, and we.
And he says, "Oh, blanking husband."
Ha!
That's funny.
So
I guess he's talking about Bill.
I think so. But no, I chuckled when I heard that one too.
That's funny. All right, now you got a whole bunch on Leonard Cohen. Okay, so here we have the song "So Long, Mary Ann." Okay, here's the chords.
And just when I climb this whole mountainside.
Okay, backwards. I'm lost in there. God, I'm searching it.
I'm lost in there. I've got obsession there.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm lost in there. I've got obsession there.
Wow, that's a good one. Wow, really, good catch there, Jim. Wow.
His are beautiful.
Yeah, wow. Okay, next one.
I never said that I was brave.
So how did they serve in there?
So how did they serve in there?
Oh, wow. Great reversal.
So how did they serve in there?
A little bit different than reversals on the heavy metal rock.
Yeah, this is. I was very surprised with all the reversals here and how clear they were.
Yeah, wow.
You left when I told you I was curious.
So how we lost our family.
So how we lost our family.
See, that's clear too.
So how we lost our family.
Wow.
He had a long-term relationship with a girl who I think the song may be, although I'm not sure. This was written in '67, I think. But he had a girlfriend named Marianne, and he lived with her for many, many, many years. She had a son from a previous relationship, and they lived in an island off of Greece or Crete. So
he did lose his family when they broke up.
Yeah, that's. They stayed friends till the end. He died. Leonard died last November, and she died like 3 months before him. But they remained friends.
Oh wow!
So.
Okay. All right, next section along.
For now I need your.
And need now I know.
Need now I know.
Nice and clear.
Now I know.
Wow, these are good reversals. How come he's not worshipping Satan?
We'll get there later.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, he doesn't worship Satan. He does mention him.
Does he? Okay, yeah. They normally appears in music or some way down the line. All right.
Then why do I feel alone?
Now is down.
Now is down.
Oh yeah.
Now is down.
Yeah, nice.
That's very congruent with the words of the song.
Okay, right. All right. And here we got Said the Surf.
You held on to me like I was a crucifix.
Oh, Said the Surf.
Said the surf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was just the flow of the relationship, the surf, the energy, the movement of the relationship.
Right. He has lots of metaphors in his reversals.
Right, okay. All right, next one.
I forget to pray for the angel.
And this one says, "Thank you, Pa."
Thank you, Pa.
Huh.
I like that one.
Huh. Yeah, nice and clear. Yeah.
He had a good relationship with his father. I think his father was an observant Jew, and actually Leonard Cohen is said to have always observed the Sabbath for his whole life.
All right. Okay. Right. Now we've got a song called Suzanne. Okay, here we go.
Watching from here, lonesome wooden tower.
And this is a No Must Not.
No must not.
Oh, that's clear.
No must not.
Yep.
No must not.
Okay, next one. Oh, this is grammatically incorrect, this one.
And it's been a long time watching.
Let's seen it.
Let's seen it.
Oh, yeah, it is seen.
Let's seen it.
I'll be bothered.
Let's seen it.
Gee, I don't like grammatically incorrect reversals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's there. It's there. It's there. So, yeah, no, I don't like them. I try to avoid them if I can, if all possible. All right, next one along.
When he walked upon the water.
All need him.
Oh, we know.
Oh, yeah, that's clear.
Yes, you know.
Because Jesus walked on the Sea of Galilee.
Oh, is that what it's all about? Oh, okay.
That's what I presume.
Oh, okay.
She can trust you for your touch too.
Oh, this is about Jesus, yeah. We surfing in it.
We surfing.
Oh, yeah.
We surfing.
Yeah.
We
merging himself into the energy of the experience. Oh, it was Delhi shit.
And she lets the river.
It was Delhi shit.
Rivers, Delhi shit.
Huh.
Rivers, Delhi shit.
What do you think that means?
Well, I was thinking maybe the food that they had set out when they were producing the record or the show or whatever, maybe the food wasn't so good.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, that's certainly possible. Okay.
A deli has all sorts of meat cuts and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's true. Yep. All right, here we go on. Says, and that snake.
You can spend the night.
And that snake.
And that snake.
Oh yeah.
And that snake. And that snake.
Yeah, good one. Good one. Okay. Have I been giving you good grades? I'd say I would.
Oh yeah. You and Debbie and Ann. Yeah, I think all the grades are posted now. So yeah.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, these are good rehearsals.
I haven't gotten any serious negative feedback on the reversals themselves. So that's
good. Okay. All right. Next one says they nick it. Here's the forwards.
You can hear the boats go.
And they nick it.
They nick it.
Oh yeah, clear as day. Clear as day. All right, now we've got some from the song Hallelujah.
This is a song about.
Wow, look at the reversal. I hear the lie. Oh, I hear the lie. Right, that'd be the broken Hallelujah. I hear the lie. Make work, but love and loss. This is it. Yes, it's all there. Wow.
it's a little low.
Do you want me to up the volume a bit?
Maybe, yeah, soft.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Then everybody's nook.
Play to please the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya?
Everybody's nook.
Everybody's nook.
Ha! That's clear as day.
Everybody's nook.
Clear as day.
Everybody's nook.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
now I have something called I don't know which ones I have, 2A, 2B, 2C.
Uh-huh.
And what I was doing there was comparing the exact forward sung by Leonard Cohen in 1985 and in 2008, and then by the Canadian tenors on the Oprah show within the last several years.
Oh, and you've got different reversals each time. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, like, here's 2B.
David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for me.
And it's and more doing stuff.
Really more doing stuff.
Oh, any more doing stuff.
Really more doing stuff.
So that's the same song, different same
Right.
section, right? And here's the Canadian tenors.
Lord, David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for.
And this one is Any More We Do.
Any more do we?
Oh, Any More Do We, sorry.
Any more do we? Any more do we?
Yeah, well, that's a good test, isn't it?
And all three of those were on the same words, but you don't really.
Right, right.
So
yeah.
one was Everybody's Nook.
Yep.
Any more doing stuff? Any more do we? So that was interesting. And then on number 3, I did the same thing.
Yeah, right, okay. Oh, here we've got Satan. Yay. Okay, so here's the forwards.
Well, it goes like this. The 4th, the 5th.
Okay, Satan gotta go get him.
Satan gotta go get him.
Oh, Satan go get him is all I'm hearing. Hang on.
Satan gotta go get him.
I'm hearing Satan go get him. I know he got
it's Satan got to go real quick. Go I think it's Satan. Got to go get him.
Okay.
Satan got to go get him.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Satan got to go get him.
Yes, it's quick. Got it. I got it. Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah, okay. And then you got another Satan, but this is the same section, right?
This is the same section. Now there's the difference in the very first, the first one, the forwards was, well, it goes like this. In the 3B, or no, yeah, 3B and C, 3B was sung by him 25 years later. He didn't say, well, it goes like this. He just said, it goes like this. He dropped the well.
Right.
Yet he still had Satan in there.
Yeah, okay.
It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
And Satan has working it.
Satan has working.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Satan has working.
Yeah, not the clearest reverse in the world. But, certainly not as clear as the first one. You can certainly see the difference, can't you?
Yeah.
And, here we've got, see God work it. Different reverse altogether from the Canadian tenor. Wow. Okay.
It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
And this is see God's work it.
See God's work it.
Oh, yeah.
See God's work it.
Well, that's different from Satan, isn't it? Wow.
It certainly is, and it's.
Wow.
I was surprised because the words are exactly the same except for the very first one, because their well was in there also. Well, it goes like this as opposed to it goes like this. The other two versions, they didn't use well.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Jim, you obviously got a good skill and talent for reverse speech. That's obvious from all these reversals. So what's your plans? What do you plan to do with reverse speech?
Well, I plan to keep going on, and the analyst course starts the end of, March or beginning of April.
Yep.
And go through that and see what happens. I mean, the software makes it so easy. Actually, I learned a lot just watching you in class, going through, analyzing a tape to identify reversals, just on the technique of they pop out at you. You don't have to search for them.
That's right.
So, but I don't know long term what it's going to be. But it's very interesting. I can do it. I enjoy doing it. I think I'm going to start a blog and post particularly my Leonard Cohen collection. You know, there's over 60 performers that have done the Hallelujah.
Oh,
so it would be interesting to do maybe a few more and just compare them.
Would be interesting, yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of our show, Jim. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me, David.
Keep getting those bits together. We'll have you on again. Okay?
Great. I'll let you know what I'm doing.
Okay. What happened to the music? The music was there. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
All right. Okay. See you later, Jim. Bye-bye.
Hey,
and we'll
thank
see
you,
you
David.
next week, everyone. Bye-bye. See you. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for reverse speech session work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.